Hello and welcome back again to my channel. So I am back with another installment of my masterboard series from the what to do when you are feeling demotivated playlist. So today I created this beautiful masterboard, and you can obviously see that it just has stampings on it. Now masterboards usually contain a mixture of different kinds of elements, like maybe collage of different kinds of papers and stickers, and maybe bits of fabric and lace and stampings and paint and colors and whatnot. But I just thought, for a change, we'll just stick to one element, but a variety in that one's single element. So I made this beautiful masterboard, and I'm just really excited by how cool this looks. And what I plan to do with this is I want to convert this into a small, a folio of a kind, a fold out with a little journaling space, maybe a single signature journal with a pocket on this side, which would have a wraparound closure, and I think it would really look cool. But what I had in mind is, for this one I've just used the brown, or the vintage photo distress oxide, but I thought it would be really nice to try and use different kinds of distress oxides and try stamping with a variety of colors. So let's get to stamping, and we'll make a little journal together at the end of our masterboard creation. So I have here with me a few distress oxides. This one is wild honey, then you have spun sugar, then tumbled glass, then this is bundled sage, and then fired brick. So let's see what all we can use. Maybe we'll use 2 or 3, or maybe all of them, but I don't want to use any of the vintage photo. So this is going to be mute but still colorful. So I have a couple of stamps here with me, so let's just pick some out. Maybe we'll try the wild honey first. Before I do any stamping, what I like to do is I just stamp it on a scrap piece of paper, so that all the previous ink gets removed and the stamp is clear. I've used the other inks before, but I haven't tried the wild honey one, so let's see how this will come. All right, that's a good color. There's no reason for any order or how you would go. There's no real system to it. You just lay your stamp wherever you feel like it, and it will it'll all come together, and it will all make sense in the end. Maybe we should add just one more of this leaf. All right, we can do maybe a different color, fired brick, and we could use the butterfly stamp. I like that. Just see how beautiful that is. Okay. All right, we have used the fired brick. Now let's look at some other color. How about the bundled sage? This is another butterfly stamp. You know, when you want your stamps to come at the edge like this, but you don't want the whole thing, it's, you know, it's nice if you can place a paper underneath and then stamp, so your paper will just catch, you know, the partial stamp. All right, maybe we could do another one here. How about a little tumbled glass, and we can use this flower. It's not coming out as blue. I think I just clear my stamp. That is much better. It doesn't really matter if your stamps are overlapping each other, and you know, if you think you're making a mess, it won't be a mess when it's all done, and it'll all come together nicely. So we'll just put that away, and we still have the spun sugar. Maybe we can use this 3 clover leaf in this one. I just forgot to clear my stand and I've messed up my ink. I hope it's still comes out nicely. All right, there you go. This is how it looks now. I think we have very little of the wild honey, so maybe we can add something else with this color. I'll of course have to remember to clear the stands before I use them again with all the different colors. Okay, so now that I have this, I wanted to make a kind of fold out like this, which would have a small signature here and a pocket on this side. So I have this ready. For this one I have rounded the edges, but I'll leave this one just as is. Maybe we can just ink the edges with vintage photo. Just to tone down the all colorful feel of the masterboard. There you go. Now to make the fold, I'm just eyeballing it. You can of course measure things out and do it properly. Like that. And I can see that a little ink is showing through on to the other side, but we need not worry because there are always ways to cover that up. Maybe collage something on the inside and it'll all be hidden, but for the sake of this video we'll just stick to adding the signature and making the outside of it. So for the signatures I just have readied some colored papers, and some craft paper, some hand dyed pages, and I've just cut them to size so they just fit nicely. I'll just sew them in using the simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I'm just using a large needle and some cotton thread. I'll first just poke 3 holes. So while you're going back into the middle hole for the last time, just make sure that you don't poke through the thread that's already going into it, and that you come on the other side of the middle thread so that you have 2 ends on either sides of the thread. Just tighten it up and we'll tie it down. There you go. I wanted to add this little tuck spot here, but just to cover up a little a little of the inside, what we can do is we can just use our stamps again. And just stamp up randomly. So even if your the ink from the front of the page is showing through, it will not matter because the inside stamping will hide it up. I've gone with these 2 colors because it just goes with the outer page that I have here. So it just kind of blends well with how the signatures are being sewn in. So there you go. Let's just move this out of the way. Now we can add our little tuck spot or pocket. I've just kept it as a tuck spot. I've just rounded one corner. So let's just glue that in place. And to add to the inside, maybe we can use this postcard with the Faux postage stamp that I had made. I have a video on how to make these if you're interested, and I'll leave the link down below. That's how this looks. We now just have to add a closure. I have a few circles that I've cut, different cardstocks and scrapbook paper and all. So what I've done is I've just layered them like this and used a brad to just keep them all together, and I'll just use that to make the closure. So I'll just use my needle and I'll just eyeball it. You just have to secure the feet of the brand. There you go. Then we can use some kind of a twine or some cord of some kind. Now I have this cord and I thought I'll use this. So what I'm going to do is I'll just simply tie a knot in here like that. And whenever you're working with threads or cords of this kind, any twine, you have a combination of threads going. So what you need to do is simply tie a knot at the end so it doesn't unravel. So there you go, that one's made. And I made a similar one, but for this one what I did is I just used some music paper and some printed sheets to first collage the entire masterboard, and then I stamped upon it. And for the inside I just used some bits and pieces of different papers, like printed paper and some pieces of digital sheets that I had from a leftover from a different project, and I just pasted that on the inside and added a pocket. And this one here is this little booklet. You can of course write at the back. I have a tutorial on how to make these if you're interested, and I'll leave the link to it down below. I just added some lace, and we could of course decorate it more and maybe add some washi tape or some ribbon or something, but I just like it like this because it's already very colorful and I just love it just the way it is. So let me know how you liked the video and if you found it useful, helpful in any way. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do leave your feedback in the comments down below. and consider taking part in the giveaway that I'm currently holding on Instagram, where you can win about 27 sheets of different designer paper. Let me just show you. These are the different papers that you can win through the giveaway that is currently going on. So please consider entering the giveaway, and all these 27 of the sheets will be yours. So thank you for joining me, and I'll join you again with another interesting video. Till then, take care. Bye.